My name is Joe Hernandez-Kolski. I am half Mexican, half Polish. If we have any Chicago transplants in the house, that's about as Chicago as you get. Right? Remember a week ago? When we were all so happy? Go back to your happy place. So I'm very, very proud of my dual heritage. It was not always like that. Growing up, I was very insecure about my Mexican heritage. Maybe because my Polish grandmother used to introduce me to her friends as, "This is Joey, my Mexican grandson." Deeply concerned, my parents did what all good parents do. They sent me away. So at the age of 12, I traveled to Mexico City, el DF, el Distrito Federal, and I lived with my relatives down there for the entire summer. I was very excited to finally reconnect, or connect for the first time, with this part of my culture, and I was gonna learn Spanish. This secret language that my grandmother would use with my aunts and uncles in the kitchen. I went down there, I hopped on a plane to Mexico, and I was ready to solve all the questions that were in my head. Where do I fit in this world? What the heck am I? And little did I realize that I wasn't so much Mexican or Polish per se, as much as I was a really obnoxious American. Thursday, June 19th, 1986. Got into Mexico and I saw the family with ease. They had a big sign, except I didn't understand a word anyone said. So I just sat by the window in the car and barely said anything. And when I did say something in Spanish, nobody understood a word I said. We got home and ate the most outrageous soup you would ever taste. You put in banana slices. Who in the heck does that? Highlight of the day. Had an awesome steak and great French fries made by the maid. Sunday, June 22nd. A long day. Went to a filthy market and got steaks, which looked good because green is my favorite color. I forgot to tell you about one maid. I think she's another maid's daughter. I call her Fatty Patty. When she laughs, she sounds exactly like Santa Claus, especially during Thanksgiving dinner probably. Guess who I had to sit next to in the car? Fatty Patty, and I think she kept staring at a real, live American. Wow. But I shouldn't flatter myself like that. But I'm not. Highlight of the day, popping a wart on my thumb. This is truly mortifying. Wednesday, June 25th. The thing I'm getting sick of is it rains every, and I mean every night. We're going to watch Rambo and something else tonight. Their TV programs are so stupid. They have CBS, NBC, and ABC all in one station, and every half hour they have a stupid old man come on and just talk and talk and talk. I just saw a commercial with 3 men dancing and singing in the streets until they got to a store that sells big razors. How stupid. Another thing, they don't have anything for snacks to eat. Oh, and it wasn't Rambo, those liars. It was First Blood Part 1. I already saw that. Highlight of the day, taking a shower. Saturday, June 28th. We went to the Friends Ranch for a barbecue. A Mexican barbecue. They bury a dead lamb, unbury it, and eat it, and drink its blood. There were flies everywhere. I mean, thousands of them. The thing I don't believe is that all of the younger girls helping give food out were all in a circle around me, a couple giggling. Oscar Sr. said afterwards, mucho something muchachas, which means much something girls. That makes me feel good. Sorry about bragging. Sunday, June 29th. Got up and watched Gremlins for the 4th time, and if I see it again, I'm gonna barf. All in all, it was a boring day. Highlight of the day, watching Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. Now, while I was down there, I was taking Spanish classes. Monday, June 30th, went to boring school again today. I think the other student, who's about 45 years old, has brain damage. Sent postcards afterwards, then got latest hit parader. Figured out all the tapes I'm gonna get in that 11 tapes for a penny offer. Then went back to my room and listened to Billy Crystal. I noticed that Mexicans are comedy starved. They have terrible jokes, and when we see a rented movie and there's a good line, they don't laugh. I said a stupid joke, and everyone went hysterical. I was sitting there dumb-faced. Tuesday, July 1st. I didn't go to Spanish class today because it hit me. My first case of Montezuma's revenge. I was sicker than Fatty Patty at an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet. Wednesday, July 2nd. School was okay today, except I'm teaching my teacher things. He'll say something and I'll say it right away, and he says, oh yeah, that's correct, not correct. The guy is dim-witted. I had good French fries, but the steak is a week and a half old. Didn't taste too good. Highlight of the day, finishing 12 postcards and watching Voltron in Spanish. Thursday, July 3rd. School is really boring because I know everything that's in the class. I corrected my teacher again. He's such a weirdo. We went to another plaza or mall. They had a theater with 5 movies, and they had all the times scheduled for the same time to start. They're such idiots down here. While we were there, I heard the oldest songs ever. The Bee Gees and Helen Reddy. Who the heck has heard the Bee Gees in the last 10 years? Only in Mexico. I went to see Down and Out in Beverly Hills, which is a great movie. I picture the movie theater real dirty and crummy. It was one of the nicest theaters I've ever been to. Aunt Marina and I got into the theater, both bought popcorn and Coke for altogether $1.50. Friday, July 4th. Today was pretty good at school. I still kept on correcting my teacher, but I actually learned something in class. It's not as bad here now as I said it was. It's not as boring. They actually have the Rocky Horror Picture Show out here. Watched Wimbledon out here. First thing I enjoyed on TV. I just saw John McEnroe do a commercial for a Mexican drink, and it was him speaking in Spanish. One more thing. Fatty Patty got a haircut. Hair looks nice. That's all. Tuesday, July 8th. Went to class and my teacher's hair looks like a Pennzoil oil factory exploded and he got the fallout. Then we went home, ate, and I watched The Green Hornet, which I'm beginning to understand in Spanish. Thursday, July 10th. Did my homework, played Atari golf, and brought my game down 17 strokes from the last time I played. Then I had French fries and a steak sandwich. So several weeks into my trip to Mexico, I wasn't any closer to understanding my family's culture. I was, however, much closer to understanding American TV while sitting indoors and eating French fries, also known as papas fritas. Undeterred, my relatives decided it was time to get me out of the house, and we headed to the beachfront city of Zihuatanejo, whether I liked it or not. Monday, July 21st. We rented snorkels and masks, and it was the greatest thing. We went out farther than all of the people in the water and saw the greatest looking tropical fish. Then I went and played poker with Dia, Marina, Adriana, and Carla. At first, I didn't like the idea of playing for money against relatives, but when I started winning, I liked it. Highlight of the day, finding beautiful fish and playing poker. Wednesday, July 23rd. Things are getting better. I had it out with the flies. I must have killed more than 40 flies in the house, but I finally gave up and went and sat down outside in the beautiful nature and drank a Coke. Now, after 45 days in Mexico, I began to notice a distinct change in myself. I found myself ordering tacos de tinga de pollo with the family instead of my usual steak sandwich and fries. By the last day of my trip, I had not only begun to embrace this other part of the world, but this other part of myself as well. It was the first step in what continues to be a lifelong journey. Sunday, August 3rd, 1986. Got home and started packing. Guess what? Fatty Patty got 2 false teeth because they were missing in front. I gave Oscar Jr. my gum, gummy bears, and gray shoes that don't fit me anymore. Not once did he say thank you, until I said, in Spanish, "What do you say?" Highlight of the day, watched reruns of V, which is a great program, even in Spanish.